My name's Jeff Ledger, and I'm a skier and artist living in Jackson, Wyoming. To me, skiing was always connected to a little bit of freedom. I grew up in this coastal town in Massachusetts, and skiing was just close enough to be accessible, but also just far enough away to be exotic. So I always loved it, even as a little kid. And round about the time I was 15 years old, my friend's dad offered to take us anywhere we wanted to go on a ski adventure. We went running downstairs and pulled out this old coffee table book that had all the ski areas in America, and we went through and found the one that was rated as the toughest. And that turned out to be Jackson Hole. We took that trip out, and we had so much fun that we decided the next year we were going to do it again. And we came out and we stayed at the hostel, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, to the point that I went down into the lobby and I asked the guy behind the desk if I could have a job the following winter. He told me, yeah, come on out. And that was that. While all my friends were filling out applications to college, I was putting files to ski bases and thinking about Jackson Hole. The hostel was like a little ski museum, a little time capsule for all things ski bum. It became my job every couple of nights to throw on reel-to-reel movies for all the guests at the hostel. It was just like a full immersion class in ski history. It made you want to get up the next morning and do it yourself. I'm going to give that a try. By chance, one of my coworkers there turned out to be Benny Wilson, who was unbeknownst to me, the captain of the Jackson Hole Air Force, which was this renegade group of outlaw skiers in the area with all kinds of folklore connected to them that I was unaware of. Benny Wilson, Dave the Wade McCoy. In short time, they would take me under their wing and begin the process of turning me into a lifelong ski bum. Skiing behind Dave, the light bulb went off. I said to myself, he's dancing down the hill. It was the first time I realized that you could do that rather than just making cookie-cutter metronomic turns. That also made me realize how much skiing is an expression of yourself. My first introduction to making any kind of imagery with skiing was, again, through Dave. And one afternoon, on a whim, they took me up skiing. And Wade, being the photographer, he started pulling out his camera. I didn't know what I was doing, but my enthusiasm increased my skill set. After that day, I spent the next 10 years shooting as much as I could with Wade. It just seemed like a waste to be out there doing all these beautiful things and not making something tangible out of it. We're creating a piece of art out of a moment. And skiing, it supplies all sorts of different needs at different times. There's a time when you're skiing to create something from that moment. And then there's times to escape from everything. It was a little bit of an epiphany to see these guys skiing around here and realize that there was more to it. I'm still trying to figure it out to this day, but I think what it comes down to is almost akin to meditation. It's searching for timelessness and being in a state of the deep now. For me, skiing was my first taste of getting into a flow state or losing sense of time. And I think everybody can relate to being, so engrossed in something that they're doing that they look up and realize that 5 hours have ticked away. It's a loss of self, is what it is. The skill set of your subconscious mind is far greater than your conscious mind. When the little judge inside your head goes away, that's when the magic happens. I started to see all these different ways that skiing could transport me to different places in my mind. It's a little bit of an extended childhood, or I don't know how to explain it. But always, simmering in the back of your mind when you're a young person is like, oh, well, is this, what am I doing? Where am I taking this? I moved out here with no plan, really. As soon as those guys gave me a little peek behind the curtain at the lifestyle they were living, it changed my perspective on what I wanted to do with my life. They showed me right off the bat that you can completely disregard mainstream culture and make a life for yourself in these mountains.